Between the Lions presents Leading the Way to Literacy is funded by a ready-to-learn grant from the United States Department of Education through the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
We're all on a television series on PBS called
Between the Lions.
The show is set in this library, and it's designed to help teach kids how to read and write.
Yes.
There are also lots of fun, easy things that you can do at home or whenever your family is together to help your children learn how to read and write.
Like what?
Yeah, like what?
Well, let's watch and see.
Yeah.
I was looking at the sky.
I can read.
I was walking down the
No
road.
more monsters swinging from that tree.
She fell off and bumped her knee.
After I read a book, I'm really proud of myself.
Because I just love books.
Don't cut me down, just walk away.
Even though I'm not the best reader in my class, Willie is.
Toad was lying in bed. He had pulled all the covers over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of bed.
I like to read because you always learn new things in books.
It is a dream come true.
Very good. I can read.
Can you remember reading your first book? It was like opening a door to a whole new world. Reading can build knowledge and stimulate your imagination for the rest of your life. Now our children face that magic moment, and we want to help them make the most of it. For the next few minutes, we're going to show you some activities you can do at home to help and encourage your children to learn to read. They're not difficult or complicated. In fact, they make for family fun.
The cow that went oink had an idea. The cow would teach the pig to oink because the cow was saying oink, right?
Reading aloud is the single most important activity parents can do to prepare their children for success in school. Research shows that it helps develop the brain and fosters language skills like learning new words and sentence structures.
And they went out together into the deep, deep.
What's that word? Cow.
No,
Okay. Deep, deep ice cream.
no,
Okay. Deep, deep pudding.
no.
Okay, what
You
is
read
it?
Deep, deep snow.
So what's he doing right here?
Reading to your child is a wonderful way to bond, so get close and cuddly. You're not only sharing the book,
Says
but
you
the
might be
joy
scared
of
or
being
what?
together.
Okay, what color is that?
Crazy brown,
Crazy brown,
crazy yellow,
crazy yellow,
and crazy blue,
crazy blue,
and crazy black,
crazy black,
and crazy orange,
crazy orange,
and crazy green.
crazy green.
As you're reading along, point to the words so you can show your child that those squiggles on the page are the same words you're reading aloud.
With
A pen,
a pen.
pen,
Any words rhyme with pen?
Ken,
Ken. Who's Ken?
Barbie's girlfriend.
Barbie's girlfriend?
This book is called Good Night Moon. Good night, moon. And when you cover the end, it says moon.
Eventually, when children have heard the same story over and over again, they begin to chime in with familiar rhymes and repeated refrains.
A cow jumping over. Oh, moo.
Moon. What sound does a cow make? Moo. Very good.
That's a good time for you to look closely at the words in those phrases. Talk about the letters that make up those words and how they stand for the sounds you hear.
Yes. Good night, moon. Where's the moon?
He's going to sleep too.
Good night, moon.
Why is he going down?
You think it's time for him to go to bed too?
I think so because the sun is coming up.
Okay.
It's fine to let them interrupt to ask questions and make connections between what you're reading and real life.
Good night, Noises everywhere.
The more developed their language, the easier it is for children to learn to read and to enjoy reading. Talking to your child, telling the stories you heard in your childhood, sharing the family history will both provide language development and increase self-esteem, the tools of an effective reader.
So Lou, are you afraid of the dark?
Sort of.
Sort of. So I am too, sort of. When I was small, I was afraid of the dark. And
Everyone enjoys a good story. Telling stories to your children will prepare them to read the stories in books.
And they would close the door. And so then the room would be completely dark, and I'd be very, very, very scared. And so what happened was I found that the light on the radio next to my bed was this radiant yellow light that would come out at night and fill up the room. You know what radiant means?
No.
It means a very bright, beaming sort of light. And it would shine in the room. And so whenever I was afraid, I would turn the radio on, nice and low.
Well, let me show you this, which you guys, you know how I'm always talking about your great-great-grandmother Alice?
Yeah.
And what am I
Making a family album will make it easier to talk about the family history.
So here's your great-great-grandmother Alice, and she's here with her two little boys, Wesley, who became your great-grandfather, and Brooksy. And look at their clothes, Lou. They actually wore tights with their boots. And look, he has on stockings. He has on tights and high boots.
Yeah, but didn't kids laugh at him when he went to school?
You know, that's a really good question, Lou. And they didn't laugh at him because back then, this was almost 100 years ago, all of the children dressed like this.
What about this one here?
And this is Uncle Bernard, who was a sailor, and this is the boat he was on. And look what my grandmother wrote. You see that?
My sailor boy, I am proud.
Almost, she says, I was so proud of him. Do you know what proud means?
Yeah.
What?
It means like let's say when he was really scared to do something, like play in front of lots of people, but he just did it anyways. You could say, I'm really proud of you.
That's right. You remember the Owie song? I've sang it to you sometimes. And it goes like this. I sing it to you. I sing to you when you got that owie. I'm sorry that you got an owie. I'm sorry that it hurt you really bad. Let mommy kiss the owie, and maybe you won't feel so sad. I'm sorry that you got an owie. I'm sorry that it hurt you really bad. Let mommy kiss the owie, and maybe you won't feel so sad. So I had an idea that we should write Little Sister because I sing this song to you so many times and it makes you feel so much better, and maybe you could thank her for having taught Mommy this family owie song.
Singing together, helping your children memorize poems and rhymes will support their learning to read and write.
Can you read me your letter, Lou?
Yes. Dear Aunt Little Sister, thanks you for teaching Mommy the owie song. Love, Louie, and Mommy.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. That was nice of you to think of me at the end of the letter.
A great activity you can do to help develop kids' reading skills is to visit your public library. Besides being a great resource for children's books, you'd be amazed at how many other learning tools and activities are right there at your fingertips. From professional storytellers, to computers, to interactive audio and video programs. Your public library is a virtual gold mine of ideas to help children learn to read. And the best part of all, it's free.
What's up today?
I'd like to know where the dinosaur stuff is.
Okay, so this is a school project, so you need books about dinosaurs that have facts in them, not just stories. Facts? Okay. Come along with me and I'll show you where the books are. I want to show you this book here. This is a good place to start if you're looking for basic facts about dinosaurs.
Ask your librarian to direct your child to books that are appropriate for their reading level and interest.
If you're going to be helping Jessica with it, it'd be a really good reference for you to use, and it's got excellent pictures.
I'll be helping with the
Great.
project.
So I think you might find this one useful then.
How about this one? Read this one, see if that'll work.
Duck-billed lizard had a mouth shaped like a duck's. It had many rows of teeth.
Excellent. Do you want to write that down on your report so we can put that in it? Okay.
Children should know that the library is a wonderful source of information, not just to help them complete their homework, but also to satisfy their curiosity and nurture their love of learning.
Good.
Would you like to learn about some sounds today?
Yes.
Okay, why don't we try click on sound blends. Can you click on the blue pig for me?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Good job. And it says, catch a rising blend, because all these letters blend the sounds together, 2 letters together. So this one is the tr sound, T-R. Can you say with me, tr, tr, tr? Very good. It's all words that begin with T-R. Do you know what this one is?
The library is not only a source of books, but also other educational tools. Computers connected to the internet are a great way to look up information for school projects. And playing an interactive reading game is a fun way to improve reading skills.
Do you remember what this is a picture?
Tricycle.
Very good.
Tractor.
Very good job. You remember that one. What is a tractor for? Do you remember what we said?
It is for a farmer.
A farmer on a farm?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. Do you want to pick out some videos to bring home?
Yeah.
Books on tape and videos for children are also available at most libraries.
What's that one?
Very
good. Okay, we'll get that one.
Here's the one I want.
Could I have your card, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Having a library card is cool. It gives kids a sense of independence and responsibility, knowing they can borrow a book and learn to take good care of it.
Isn't it great you can check all these out for free?
Mm-hmm.
It's your responsibility to take care of them.
I know.
I know. You do a good job. Thanks.
Okay, you're all set.
All right.
I hope you find what you need in those books. If you need anything else, will you come back and see me? I'll see what else I can find for you.
Okay.
Okay, let me know how the project turns out. I'm really interested in it.
Okay.
Allison, do you want to check a book out?
Allison, what have you got today?
I want to check the book.
Great. Could I see your card, please?
Print is all around us, everywhere we go. Our next suggestion is something you can do when you're out and about with your family, driving your car, walking in your neighborhood, riding on a bus. Pay attention to the signs around you and talk about them with your children. You can use them to help your children learn that print carries meaning and that learning to read the messages is very valuable. You can also use the signs to help your children practice the skills they need for learning to read. Knowing the letters of the alphabet and understanding that these letters stand for the sounds we hear in words.
We're going to go to the grocery store and then we're going to go to the hardware store, all right?
Yeah.
So, I need some milk. So can you put milk on our list, please?
Work on a shopping list together and show your child how reading and writing help you do practical things for the family.
And how about some butter? How do you spell butter? B-U-T-T-E-R. Good. Okay, go ahead and get some milk, please. And how do you spell milk, Cameron?
M-I-L-K.
Perfect. Look at, where's the word corn?
Right there.
And how do you spell it?
C-O-R-N.
Good job. Cameron, I see another corn. Do you see another corn around here?
There.
What is it?
Popcorn.
Good. What are these?
Puppies.
Right.
Chow. Puppy chow.
Good. What is this?
Dog.
And how do you spell dog?
D-O-G.
Good.
Self-chow.
Good.
Chow, baby, chow.
As you walk through your neighborhood, look at the street signs and shop signs. Discuss the words and symbols and what they represent.
What's that a picture of?
Drink.
That's right. And there's snow on the top of the drink, so what do you think that means?
Cold drinks.
Good.
You know what that spells? Help wanted. And this is a new store, so they need new people to come and help them. When they want a job, that's what they want to do. They put a sign like this and it says help wanted. Okay.
Cameron, I see a word here on this sign that we saw at the grocery store earlier. Do you know what that word is?
Yeah, ice cream.
Good. And how do you spell that?
I-C-E-C-R-E-A-M.
Good. You're doing great.
Pick a sign like do not enter. It's important for your child to know the meaning of this sign in its setting.
Cameron, what does that sign mean?
Don't go there.
That's right.
It's also fun to play with individual words on the sign.
And what rhymes with not?
Pot, spot on the pot, dot, and caught.
Good.
Have some fun playing with the words you see around you. At a stop sign, think of some words that rhyme with stop. Pop, top, mop, hop. It's a great opportunity to point out spelling patterns.
See this word right here? Can you spell that for me?
Oh, that says pool. P-U-L-L.
These activities are a good way to prepare your child for success in school.
It might sound surprising, but painting and drawing are very closely related to reading and writing. While drawing, your child is paying attention to detail, and that is a very important skill for learning to read. And while drawing, your child is also finding ways of expression, and that is the basis for writing. Encouraging your child's artwork is a way to foster the development of very important learning skills.
My dad painted a room and he let me decorate it. Once upon a time, there was a dog in Eastham. He loved the mom. He loved the dad, the mom, and he loved me. So that's why it says Cecilia, because the I is right there. Love, and here's the E-U.
Remember you were 6 months old?
Yes.
We had a great time over there. Remember? Who is this over here?
Grandpa David.
Your Grandpa David in Peru, in Lima. Can you write his name?
Yeah.
Can you spell it? Can you spell it?
D-A-V-I-D.
Family names and stories are good motivation for learning to read and write.
Wonderful.
Cecilia, te vamos a enseñar unas fotografías de la familia.
Do not hesitate to read and talk to your child in the language you know best. Being bilingual is a great asset.
¿Quién está aquí?
Grandma Rosa and Jennifer, my mom.
I'm going to point some words and I want you to tell me what are they, okay? What is this?
A bicycle, bike.
Illustrations in books can provide the stepping stones to reading. Encouraging children to talk about the illustrations can be a first step in learning to read.
What about this one here?
Apples. A-P-P-L-E.
Art and writing go hand in hand. Encouraging all forms of expression will enhance the learning process.
Okay, Cecilia, I want you to tell me about your picture. I want you to write and to spell the word for me, okay?
This is a dog. D-O-G. Dog. This is flowers. F-L-O-W-E-R-S. This is a flag.
Do you know what country is the flag?
Boston.
Boston or United States?
United States. This is the sun. September 24, 1998. It is a beautiful day.
Creating a way to keep your children's artwork in a folder or a scrapbook is a way to encourage their efforts and of promoting their desire to keep on learning.
This is a cat jumped to the pumpkin to say trick or treat, but he forgot his basket of candy and he was dressed up as Superman.
Wow. And what is this holiday?
Halloween.
Encouraging your children to celebrate their work will develop their pride in their efforts and motivate them to keep on learning.
With new technology emerging just about every day, it's going to play an important part in your child's life. Your kids might use the computer and the internet as easily as we use the telephone. Helping your child look up new information on the web, engaging them in the latest interactive learning games, writing programs for school projects, emailing their friends. All of these activities can help develop a child's reading skills.
I bought hot dogs for Grandma and me, but they fell in the sand, so I washed them off.
Hey, Allie. Are you playing the program about Grandma and me?
Sit down at a computer, and the world is at your fingertips, if you know how to read and write.
Do you want to write an email to your grandma?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to? Okay, move over and I'll show you how to do it, okay?
One more incentive for children to develop reading and writing skills.
R.
What team is that?
Lakers.
All right, let's click on it and see if we can find Shaquille O'Neal.
Making this a shared experience is very important.
You think he's hiding?
Children tend to emulate adults they respect, so your participation makes their experience all the more meaningful.
Oh my goodness.
What?
You see where it says
Weight.
his weight? How much does he weigh?
315 pounds.
Uh-oh. When was he born?
March 6th. That's right, before my birthday.
That's right.
Look, the scariest shark ever, which is now extinct, is the megalodon. Right. It says the largest shark known was the megalodon. It is now extinct. It was an ancient meat-eating shark.
Interactive programs and websites allow children to solve problems and find information in an engaging and challenging setting.
So which of these sharks do we want to look at?
Great white.
Let's see if we can find a great white. There's a great white shark, the biggest man-eating shark.
Ah.
What two letters are those?
CH.
CH. And when CH are together, what did those two letters, what's the sound that they usually make when they're together? Ch. Ch. Great. So here's...
If you don't have a computer at home, your child may be able to use one at school or at the library. Usually, these places offer educational software like reading games.
What about this word?
Chicken.
Very good. Is the ch sound at the beginning or the end of that word?
Beginning.
Beginning, great.
What's your favorite animal that we could look up?
Cheetah.
Cheetahs? Well, let's do it.
They're often connected to the internet so children can look up useful information.
There's cheetahs in all the red spaces.
That's where they are now, and this is where they used to be. So what does that tell you? If they used to be all in all this brown stuff, and now they're only in the red place, what does that tell you?
Most of them have got killed.
So that's why it's endangered, because there are fewer and fewer cheetahs in the wild now.
And don't worry, you don't have to be a computer whiz. In fact, before you know it, they'll be telling you what key to press next.
That. No, it's right. Hell.
These are just a few ways you can help children learn to read. For more ideas, contact your local school or literacy group. Being able to read is a child's passport to a promising future, and those first few steps toward reading are invaluable. They represent a very special milestone in a child's life, a milestone to be remembered and cherished forever.
It had many rows of teeth.
Excellent. Do you want to write that down on your report so we can put
They've been having stories read to them since they were babies. And there's something about holding them in your lap, but even when they're little.
And the other animals on the farm laughed at her, too. The more I read, the more I learned, and I just loved it.
Well, this is the famous great-great-grandmother Alice here.
When I think about the importance of reading, I think about checking out books like Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island, The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas, and how those books took me to these faraway places.
What's this?
Ball.
Do you know how to spell ball?
B-A-L-L. C-O-L-D-D-R-I-N-K. BTL.
My fondest memory of reading is reading in my grandmother's backyard, Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh, I see it.
All right, so fine, and click on his name.
It says great white shark have 3,000 teeth in their mouths at any one time.
When I'm reading it, stuff makes me want to be a book writer when I grow up. If a tree could talk, what would it say? What would it do? Can I supposed to read this one? Yeah, you're supposed to read that one. Don't cut me down, just walk away. What would a river say if it could talk?
To help your children learn to read, tune into Between the Lions daily on PBS and visit our website at pbskids.org/lions.